Well, Phil, when these wool handlers were preparing themselves for this event,
they've had that little luxury of watching the first heat go, so they know what to expect. But beyond that, of course, Tuma, they are all very, very qualified. Otherwise, they wouldn't be up here, would they?
No, that's right. They would have had a bit of paper, and they would have drawn up a plan of where everything is that they want it to go.
All right, Shearers on the board, where the referee says we're away. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet this second heat. They've just finished putting their baskets out on table number 1. Give her a big hand. Samantha Hurdle from the Falkland Islands. You can tell by the smile she's wrapped. Jonathan Huckle from Norway is on table 2. Turn around, Jonathan. On table number 3, a former world champion, Ella Garvin, on table number 3 from Australia in the green and gold. New to the World Championship, and it's Joel Hanari from New Zealand on table number 4 to make up the 4 here in the second heat of the semi-final. All right, timekeepers ready, judges ready, competitors, get set, go. We're underway with heat 2. Like we said, we have 3 new ones to this regime of World Championship wool handling, and a former world champion here in Arahagarvan from Australia. So we've got Samantha Hurdle there from Falkland Islands on table 1. They've had a magnificent World Championship. Norm, they've had competitors here in the shearing and in the wool handling. They've done so well. Jonathan Huckle of Norway, he's been working towards this for a couple of years now, and he's finally got here and he's made the semi-finals. Arahagarvan, we've always known if she got into that team, she's going to be a huge threat. And she's on top of her game at the moment. And Joel Hanari from New Zealand, someone that's wanted this so badly. Well, he's here. He's just got to do this and get into the final. And I think this is going to be one hell of a semi-final. They've seen what the others are going to have done, Tuma. Now it's their turn.
Yes, you did right. Just looking down the board here, watching Joel Hinare work around his shearer. It's a nice small fleece, this one. In the last heat, those Corridor fleeces look quite big, but this is a nice small sheep. Nice small fleece. Should be easy enough to handle for Joel. We got Aroha Garvin from Australia, table number 3. She's just working away, pulling out the second pieces from the locks so that there's less for her to clean up at the end of the corridors. And we got Jonathan Huckle from Norway. I heard a little sheep bell going just before, and I'm pretty sure that's for him. And Samantha Hurdle with the big smile from the Falkland Islands down there on table number 1. But the first of these fleeces is about to hit the table. Let's see how these wool handlers handle it, George.
Yes, we're going to just see now on table number 3 the Norwegian, and look at that for a throw there. He's put the pressure on straight away, and New Zealand down there, yes, he's right there as well. Another good throw here on table 1. We'll just see what Australia's going to do there now on table number 4. The fleece is being picked up, just ready for the throw. Yes, maybe not quite as well as you like, but still a good throw. So it's all on here. The pressure is really on here on this big, what we could describe as a real obstacle course here to get around these odd men trays, bins and baskets here, just right around, and try to handle wool and get the fleece thrown on the table as well. Get back to the stand and watch the shearers. So this is a real test of character for these super athletes who are, this is the Olympics of wool handling. That's what you're watching here now this afternoon at the Golden Shears World Championships. What a spectacle these wool handlers are putting on here. And it will be a great honour for whatever 4 will get through to the Golden Shears World Wool Handling Final. This is a real spectacle there now. Now the wool handlers are back with the shearers, just watching, skirting up around that fleece, making sure there's nothing left in the fleece that should be taken off. Belly wool taken out, different oddments. Anything that's in the main line of wool that shouldn't be there is just getting taken out. And you'll see him in a couple of seconds then, back to the fleece. And it's Norway are back there, New Zealand are there, Australia are there as well. A little bit different here with the Falklands. They're making sure there's going to be nothing left in the shearing stand. Now they're all back to the wool table. And the skirting is being done. And you'll see the big roll up in a couple of seconds. And the first fleece will go onto the basket. I wonder who's going to get that first fleece in first, Norm.
It's going to be a close run thing, I think. Samantha Hurdle from the Falkland Islands. Roll up time down there. Joel Henare from New Zealand down on the far table. His fleece is in the basket. Jonathan Harkle, his fleece is in the basket. So's the Australian competitor, Haroha Garvin. Whatever happens now, it's going to take a long time to get the smile off Samantha Hurdle and Jonathan Harkle's face anyway. They've done extremely well. Slightly less experienced competitors than Haroha and Joel. But here they are. They're up on the big stage in the semi-final. Let's hope they go through to the next round. Time will tell.
45 seconds starts now.
Ooh, nice throw from Maroha Garvin. Had the distance that time. Joel Hanade just lays it out across the table. Beautiful throw there as well. Jonathan Harkle had a good throw as well.
10 seconds.
Not bad from Samantha Hurdle. Not too much hanging over. A wee bit bunched up the top. What do we got left, Tuma? Right
20
out.
seconds.
20 seconds before the shearers can come out again. Really putting the pressure on them. Haroha Garvin working hard.
30 seconds.
That's the way they've got to go. Around the back end of their fleece.
10,
Joel Henare. Look at those
9,
hands move on those competitors.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, shearers. Pretty tough, Norm. Pretty tough.
Ooh, look at them. They're in the basket, though. 3 of them anyway, Tuma.
They certainly are. Now these wool handlers need to tidy up the wool from under the table. No cross-contamination. Underneath that table is lock wool from the corridors. Now we're coming into the crossbred full wool. 12 months gross on the full wool. And look at all these wool handlers. They are giving it heaps. They don't want to be left out. We've got Joel Henare down there right on his game. We've got Jonathan Harkle down there. He's tidied up as well. Aroha Garvin, I'm not sure what her table looks like, but I'm pretty sure she'll be fairly tidy. And Samantha Hurdle from the Falkland Islands. Where are you, Falkland Islands? There you are. George.
Yes, the Falkland Islands here on 1. But look at the man from Norway there on stand number 3. Just watch this man skip around, up on the toes, just move around, just the flexibility there. And of course we have Australia there on table number 4. But don't forget your own Joel Helenar down there on stand number 6. He's really flying here. Who's going to pick up the next fleece and who's going to have to throw on the table first? They're sorting out the different oddments, the different pieces into the different baskets now, trying to get around this obstacle course here that they're working on. And they have it set up good. The fleece has gone into the baskets. They're taken away. Now you see the New Zealander there on stand number 6. He's preparing his next fleece. He's going to pick up that fleece in a couple of seconds. We see who's going to have the first throw here. It's Joe Hennar down there. Just watch that for a beautiful throw down there on table 1. Yes, it's all on here.
Norway.
Just watch Australia now in a second. They'll pick up that fleece as well. Australia picks up. Just watch this. Who's here from Australia? Yes, it's all on now, Norm. What a spectacle we're watching here.
Oh, certainly is. 4 competitors pushed to their very, very limits, not just physically but mentally as well. Samantha Hurdle here from the Falkland Islands. She's very well organised. She's got her baskets in order. She's been practising here. She knows what she's doing. She'll be well used to those corridor fleeces we've just had, but we're on the crossbred fleeces now. Slightly different to handle, slightly different to throw, slightly different to skirt. Back on the board, crutch wool comes out. Up the neck, the shearers go. They've got to separate that head wool. It's worth less than everything else. Jonathan Harkle from Norway, back onto the table. Away he goes on the second side of that fleece, skirting furiously into the basket. Those first pieces will go that he's just removed from that fleece. Roll up time here on table number 2. The Norwegian competitor into the basket. Well, that'll go very shortly. Has to hop back up on the board. Samantha Hurdle from the Falkland Islands. Haven't the Falkland Islands team done extremely well, Tom? Not just in the wool handling, but the shearing and everything as well. Great to see.
They're a great bunch of competitors, these guys. This is the second crossbred fleece coming off, and those 2 of them have still got fleeces on the table. Here we go, 15 seconds. Starts now. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, shearers, second shear time. Well, look at this, Norm. They had the corridors out in 45 seconds. Crossbred wool, not as much work to do. I thought they might have been a little bit further through than this, so this is really going to put the cat amongst the pigeons.
Yes, it sure is, Tomo. It's all on here now. Just 2 more sheep to go and away to go there now. Who's it going to be? Now is the time you need to get behind your country and give them a bit of support. You've been too quiet out there. These wool handlers, they're looking to get through to the Golden Shears World Wool Handling Final. So you need to get behind your country there and give them a bit of support here. What an honour it would be to get through to that final. The Falklands here on 1. It's Norway on 3, it's Australia on 4, and your own host country, New Zealand, down there on stand number 6. What a spectacle. Who's going to get back to that fleece? Norway are right back here at the table. No, they've changed their mind again. They don't want to leave anything for the judges to get off of them there. So the fleece is still there. The big roll-up will take place in a couple of seconds. But it's Norway, our first back to the table. I think New Zealanders just need to come on, cheer on your wool handler down there on table number 6. Who's going? It's going to be Norway now with this fleece. Goes into the basket. They've already the fleece off the table here on table number 1. It's Samantha on table number 1 for Norway. Joel Hennon are down there on table 6 for New Zealand. There from Australia. She's back to the table as well. And Jonathan there for Norway. Come on, cheer him on. Give him a bit of support. The fleece got off the table for Australia now, Norm.
Fleece.
Well, just looking at this Joel Henare down here on table number 4. He's in the last one to roll up. No, Jonathan Harkle from Norway as well. Australia and the Falkland Islands seem so much more in front than us at the moment because look at them, their boards are tidy. They've got the second shear all set to go. Just a little bit of a tidy up for them will be at the end. Up to the heads go the shearers and wool handlers right there with them. These guys look a little bit more organised in the last heat, but it doesn't just happen here on the board. After they've finished on the board, the wool goes out the back to what we call a dungeon, and that's where the real mean judges are. They're not allowed on the board because they get a bit nasty and have been known to bite competitors from time to time. So they go out the back to the dungeon. We only have the friendly ones here at the front. But we've got the second shear sheep up here, George. So 40 seconds from when these guys finish, there'll be 1 point per second.
Yes, it's all on here now. The real pressure is on there now. They're trying to clean it up, get the second shear wool down there, and away to go. Away to go now. It's Falkland Islands, Norway, Australia, New Zealand, the last of the Golden Shears World Wool Handling semi-finals. Trying to get away this real obstacle course here. Come on, get behind him and cheer him on. Give him a bit of a push. Make him go. Make him work. Come on, wool handlers. Keep it going here. There's a world final at stake here. That's what you're working for. Look, they're just watching. You see a dozen of baskets out there and you can't be sure which one you get it into. The blend is on over there for New Zealand. Come on, get behind your country and cheer them on. This is the last chance you have. Who's going to hold up that hand first? The Falklands is there. Australia are there. Norway now are into the blend as well. It's all on here. What a spectacle, it's New Zealand down there on table number 6. And away to go, they're still going here. You have Norway, Falklands and Australia still. Who's going to be next? Who's going to get there next? And it's very close. Who's it going to be? Oh, yes!
Boy.
What a spectacle! And Falklands are there as well, and Australia. Put your hands together for a wonderful World Wool Handling semi-final.
Oh, that's anybody's guess as to who's the top 4 are going to be. I think it's 4 they take through. We'll check and make sure. But whoever's going to get in that final has had to do a magnificent job, and all 8 of them have. Give them one more big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Our World Wool Handling semi-finalists.